All right, we'll keep it in the NBA with an awards topic. The awards finalists were announced Saturday, and rather than argue over who will win the award, we'll take another angle on this. We're going to give you a fourth option for the award, who we think is deserving of being a finalist in that respective category. We're going to start with MVP, Cody. Who you got as your fourth on that one?
Yeah, so this one's probably the hardest because this is like the most clear cut of them, I think, with these three guys kind of leading the pack. But I'm going to go with CP3, man. I mean, this guy got dumped halfway through a trade, was what it felt like, at a gas station in Oklahoma, and with a team that no one thought would even come close to contending. And this dude could have phoned it in sort of the end of his career. He could have been a complete diva and just demanded a trade, but he's posting close to career numbers in efficiency. He's led Oklahoma not just to the playoffs, but they are a higher tier. They're not one of these scrumming around for the 8th seed teams. I mean, they've been a higher tier competitor, and that's worthy of praise to me. So I'm going with CP3 for that award. What do you think?
Yeah, CP3. If you're going to argue for CP3, I should be arguing for Jimmy Butler right now. I think he's had the same effect on the Miami Heat. But I'm going to go – I think Luka Doncic, by and large, stands head and shoulders above those guys. And obviously CP3 and Jimmy Butler, their teams have performed better. But we got to remember, at the beginning of the season, I didn't expect all that much of the Mavericks. I expected them to be improved, but I thought it would be next year where we would see a significant jump from them. Luka Doncic this season has been – he's pretty close to having – a 30-10-10 type season. He's a little bit short in everything. He's about 29 points, 9 boards, 9 assists in that neighborhood. But think about how close he is to that. And he's only going to get better. This guy's in his second year at 21 years of age, and he's got the duo working with Porzingis. We talked about how he has been developing into that Robin to Luka's Batman role all season. That's only going to get better as we continue on. And they still, we've kind of written them off as going to be in that 7th seed. They got a chance to climb up a little bit higher with the way Utah has been falling off here recently. So they could be interesting to watch in a first-round matchup against Denver.
They are fun to watch, I'll tell you that, 100%. All right, man, so next up we got a Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis, AD, and Gobert lead the list, but who do you got for your fourth guy?
I'm gonna go with Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat. I'm looking at him and what he's been able to do. And he's one of those guys that he really does it on both ends. He's an all-star this season. He anchors that defense, high energy, high effort, double-double type guy, versatile, can defend, can switch out on guards. This guy can do it all. And Jimmy Butler's led that crew, but Bam's been the second dude on that team. He's been absolutely unbelievable.
I really need to watch more Miami basketball. Every time we talk about them, I'm like, man, I gotta turn them on one night. But yeah, for me, for Defensive Player of the Year, I'm gonna go with Ben Simmons. He's 6'10" at the guard position, and he's got that flexibility. He can defend basically anyone, any point in time. We're talking about switching and just it don't matter, like he's got it type thing. He leads the league in steals this year, which is pretty commendable in itself. And I would say he's probably still a little bit of a tier behind the actual finalists. But his game defensively has really come around to be kind of the cornerstone of what he does, because we know he ain't shooting threes, so you can get some, right? But I feel like Ben Simmons at some point in his career is going to win at least one Defensive Player of the Year, and it could very well be sooner than later.
As long as you don't tell me he's Offensive Player of the Year, I'm good with it. Moving on to Rookie of the Year, we got Zion, John Morant, and Kendrick Nunn. Who's your fourth on that one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a guy that a lot of people maybe forgot about, but Eric Paschall of the Warriors. This guy was a second-round pick. He got thrown on a suddenly very, very bad Golden State team. I mean, obviously they took pretty much that nosedive after the playoffs with the injuries, but plenty of reasons. He could have gotten caught up in this 1 year, doesn't matter sort of mentality. I mean, he could have, we suck anyway, who cares type thing. But this guy, he's averaged 14 points, which is fourth among rookies, to go with 5 rebounds and 2.6 assists per game. He's also shot a nice 49.7% from the field and was fifth among win shares of all rookies. So it's pretty commendable. And if you're looking for a guy outside of the three, he'd be my pick.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Miami in this one, along with Kendrick Nunn. They got a couple other rookies down there, including their first-round pick, Tyler Hero, giving you 13 points a game. A fairly good efficiency for a rookie, taking a lot of perimeter shots, 43% from the floor and 39% from three. And he's just capable of going off for big numbers at times with how well he shoots the basketball. I think he's had a big effect down there for the Miami Heat, just like those other two rookies. I'll go with Hero on this one, though.
Yeah, they had quite the crop. I mean, you could build a championship off that draft Miami had this past year. Let's go ahead and move to sixth man of the year. We got two Clippers on the list, and Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell to go along with Dennis Schroeder. So, who do you think is the fourth sixth man of the year?
This one was a little tough for me, and I almost went with another member of the Miami Heat. So, just for the sake of diversity, I'm throwing the bone to the Orlando Magic. Terrence Ross, congratulations.
Didn't Terrence Ross have a 37-point game where he didn't do anything else? Like, it was just zeros in every other stat or something?
He probably did.
It was a magical stat line. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, sorry about that. Just reminding me you said it. Yeah, my sixth man, I'm going to go with Goran Dragic from the Miami Heat. 16.2 points, 5.1 assists off the bench for the Heat, and he's been instrumental in that second unit and has built one of the better benches in the NBA, which really helps Miami a lot. They are sixth in bench scoring for the season. And he used to be a starter. You know, he's embraced this more bench role, coming off the role for the good of the team, and it's really worked out. And it's helped him create a more cohesive unit. And he's one of these more veteran guys that's kind of come into where, hey, I can sort of, float this rookie core of guys and help kind of spin them up as they go. So guys like him are really important. Sometimes they're overlooked as far as that role in the team.
Yeah, and moving on to most improved player, we got Luka Doncic, Brandon Ingram, and Bam Adebayo. Who you got on that one?
I'm going to go ahead and take a page from Luka's advice here. He pretty much said, nope, take me off this list and put on Devontae Graham for the Hornets. Graham went from 4.7 points to 18.2, 2.6 assists, 7.5, and he shot 28% from three last year, 37% for this year. He was the best player on a, admittedly, not very good Hornets team, but that's precisely why he was overlooked. And if you're looking at just improvement on the personal level, I think he should definitely be a finalist.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, if you can give me, if they can make Luka as a finalist, well, I can make Pascal Siakam as a finalist. This is a guy who has seen career highs in virtually every statistical category. 17 points to 23 points. He's up in rebounding. He's up in assists. He's up in blocks. He's up in steals. Some of the efficiency numbers have come down just a bit, but that's something that I would expect when you look at a guy who has gone from the number 2 option behind Kawhi Leonard to the number 1 option. So those type of things are understandable to me. But he's leading that Toronto Raptor team to the 2nd overall seed in the East, and I would go Pascal Siakam there.
He's had a meteoric rise from the last couple of years. All right, we're finishing up tonight with the coaches. We got Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse, and Billy Donovan as the finalists. But who's your number 4?
My number 4 comes from Memphis. And remember, keep in mind, I'm pretty sure all these awards, they don't take into account the bubble action. So don't hold this losing streak against my man Taylor Jenkins from Memphis. Remember, Jaren Jackson with the knee injury. We all know this bubble format was not in the interest of the Memphis Grizzlies. It was in the interest of the Zion Pelicans, the New Orleans Pelicans, who have not taken advantage of it. They absolutely have not. So nice try, NBA. But yeah, I would go Taylor Jenkins. Similar to what Oklahoma City has done this season. We did not expect much of anything at all from them. The Thunder exceeded expectations. The Grizzlies have as well. No one expected Memphis to be in that 8 seed for so long. They may not wind up holding on to it, but they may. But what a great run and what a great ride. And John Morant, what a season for him.
Yeah, they have a young, really good core. It's really interesting to watch going forward next couple of years. I'm going to go with Nate McMillan from the Indiana Pacers. I think he definitely deserves some love. Since he's been there, you could just pencil these guys in for the playoffs, no matter what kind of squad he's got laying around at that time. He did lose Victor Oladipo for a significant portion of time this year. He had to integrate Malcolm Brogdon into the new system and everything. And now you get these guys playing great ball, especially in the restart. They're definitely a competitive team in the East. They're about, in that 5 or 6 spot. I think they're tied right now with Miami, another team we've praised over and over. And I don't think the Pacers get nearly as much love as maybe Miami does as far as your national headlines go. And you got to think some of this TJ Warren sudden explosion has got to be thanks to him. And I know we're not basing these off the bubble performances, especially alone, but that's really good. That's a telltale sign of a good coach to get your team through some adverse periods like this and get them playing this well as he has. I think he definitely deserves some love for Coach of the Year.